What's up, guys? We're diving into modern dating societal shifts and outright delusion. Let's get into it.
What are you doing this weekend? And I said, I'm gonna meet up with my girlfriend downtown and we're gonna get matchas and then we're gonna probably like walk around, yap, talk, you know, catch up. I haven't seen her in a few months. And he was like, walking around isn't a plan. 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 What do you mean walking around isn't a plan? What do you mean? Like, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be walking around together and talking, taking in the sights, taking in the beautiful weather after drinking little matchas. What are you talking about? What do men do? What do you guys do when you get together? What do you do when you hang out with your guys? Y'all can't walk around and talk? What? I'm so scared. I'm scared. I don't know what you guys do, but I'm terrified. Okay. Anyway, this is the little outfit. My walk.
Cut her loose, dude. She's a handful.
There we go. Walking around isn't a plan. I mean, lady, the guy was calling out your lack of effort. You're proving that women expect guys to be the planners while you just exist. Men value action, not aimlessly walking around. And want to know why? It's because walking around won't fix anything. It's equivalent to scrolling on Instagram in real life. And meanwhile, guys are out there building, grinding, and solving problems. Maybe the guy's acting because he sees potential in being direct and not pandering to someone stuck in a macho and vibes loop.
With Fix-It dads will know exactly what I mean when I say that I really don't believe that there is a man on earth that could take better care of me than my dad does. Today, I go downstairs to my stinky little basement to do some laundry. My hot water tank that's brand new, drip, 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 dripping away. I'm like, what is this? First person I call, my dad. He's like, oh yeah, when they put the machine in, they must not have bled that valve. There's too much pressure. That's why it's dripping. You need to get a bucket. You need to bleed the machine a little bit. Be careful, sweetie. It's hot. But you need to bleed the machine a little bit, and then it'll be fine. It'll stop dripping. Do you think that 27-year-old Zach from Hinge knows how to do that? No!
I like this one.
Trying to get my dog to come over here, but he's looking at me like I'm crazy, or it doesn't want to see these crazy women. I'll try to get him over here. The other one's too busy chewing on a bone. She gets it right. Dads are the real MVP. Strong father-daughter bonds create women who understand stability and respect. And she's right about Zach from Hinge. Most modern men can't bleed a valve because our culture discourages men from embracing practical skills. And that's the fallout of the feminist push to devalue masculinity while telling men to man up in an emergency. And dads like hers are rare because divorce courts destroy fatherhood. And without strong fathers, we're left with emotional insecurities, directionless women who expect men to fix their lives, but yet won't respect ones who can. You know, it kind of goes back. I had commented on a comment yesterday. I think it was yesterday. You know, my circle of friends and my family, we work on anything. It's like, you need me to go rip a wall out and redo electrical. I've got it. I've got tools to go do that. I'll renovate anything in the house. Need me to go work on a car? I've got it. Last summer, I did a motor swap on my daughter's car. Something I can usually do within 1 to 2 days, but in the middle of summer when the garage was like 140 degrees, that took me like 2 weeks because it was just so damn hot and I had to work it in shifts. But she saw me out there grinding and getting it done, getting her car back up and running. I mean, I've taught my daughter the basics, how to at least change a tire, air up the tires, check the fluids at the minimum. So if something happens, I know she could take care of herself on the side of a road to get to where she needs to go for a repair if I'm not around. There are just people that I know. It's like, do you know how to change the oil on your car? No. Do you know how to change a tire? No. Like, what do you do if you get a flat? I call somebody. I call AAA or call a tow truck. Like, come on. These are like basic life skills. Change a battery. I'm surprised people know how to put gas in their car.
Bartending yesterday, and this guy comes in. He's probably about my age. I've never seen him before, but I only work there like once or twice a week, and I've only been there for like a month and a half. So still getting to know the regulars. So I'm like, hey, how are you? What can I get for you? I get him a beer, and he goes, I heard you guys had a new bartender here. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he goes, I heard you say a lot of big words. And I was like, is that actually circulating around town? Like, I do tend to be creatively unfettered with my prosaic habits, but like, I didn't know the townsfolk were talking. So he says, you're probably really hard to understand after I've had a few beers, but he says it very snide, very caustic. And in my head, I'm thinking, you've had one sip and you probably can't understand me right now, but I'm professional. I don't say that. But he's offended me. Like, he's offended my sensibilities. It's offended my redheaded, loquacious ancestors. So I'm like, the gloves are off. I'm exerting my right to be egregiously sesquipedalian. So he's telling me about his custody battle, obviously, and I'm doing my very best to speak exclusively in SAT prep. Like, I like seeing the light leave his eyes when I say things like iniquitous. But the very best moment came when he said, I'll have another beer and then one more after that, and then I'm cashing out. So I grab him a beer and I'm like, here's your penultimate beer, which was actually like incredibly auspicious because despite my best efforts, I've only been able to work penultimate into a sentence like twice in my entire life.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
What the actual fuck? God help me, please. I'm feeling like Al Bundy now. Oh shit, this one's a gem for sure. I mean, you're tossing around SAT words like penultimate while working behind a bar. I need to really emphasize that you're working behind a bar. Vocabulary doesn't make you superior, it highlights your insecurities. And you're bragging about outsmarting a guy clearly struggling with real life problems like custody battle while you're slinging beers and flexing your thesaurus. Maybe he didn't understand because his focus is on being a father and not deciphering your linguistic gymnastics. Women who posture intellectual superiority while offering zero value beyond big words screams desperation. Instead of tearing him down, how about using vocabulary to write a resume?
A quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship? Because it's not the dating apps. It's not. It's not the coffee shops. I've been trying that. I've been trying that for a while now. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22, so they definitely don't want to be in a relationship, and I definitely do not want to be a cougar. Nothing wrong with that. Just not my type. I, again, tend to go about 8 to 10 years older than me. I found out even those don't want to date for a relationship. Even they are still figuring things out. Yeah, they are. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship? That want to date to eventually get into a relationship? That are dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No. I need to know, because I have yet to find them. And I've been looking, so maybe I should stop looking. I don't know. But if you know, please let me know. Help your girl out. Where are we meeting the good men? Where are we meeting the men that actually want to be in a real relationship? Let me know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where are the good men? Short answer is they left. Feminism told men they weren't needed, courts told them they weren't wanted, and dating apps turned everything into a swipe fest. Your 8 to 10 years older ideal man is avoiding you because he sees the trap. You're asking for a relationship after years of rejecting commitment-minded guys in your 20s. And now you're finding out men have options like younger women who don't see them as an ATM machine. And here's the harsh truth. Good men aren't interested in proving themselves to a woman who treated relationships like optional accessories until it suited them.
This video on TikTok and it said, I'm not flirting with you, I'm just funny and you like me. And that's literally what happens, and I have proof of this. This is hilarious, you're gonna die. So my best friend is like the funniest person alive, like genuinely. Everybody thinks she's funny, and this little girl is out here ruining men's lives without even trying. And these dudes are left like tarnished and broken, spiritually unwell. And for what? Because this girl just made them laugh. His ego will hear a joke and start planning the wedding. That's it. And men, specifically straight men, cannot handle a woman who is funny, cute, confident, and not afraid of them. Like the moment that this girl cracks a joke, they start convincing themselves that she is in love with them. And in reality, she's just got personality. You chuckle just a little too hard and now you think it's fate. Be for real. These dudes will come to me and be like, yo, your girl got it bad. Like, she likes me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting there like, no, sir, she does not. So that's all that it takes, ladies. A little charisma, make him laugh. Don't shrink yourself when you're in his presence. Honestly, watching it happen in real time is freaking comedy, like absolute cinema.
I'm here to tell you right now, We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
The funny girls ruin men's lives. What ruins men's life is the entitlement behind statements like this. Men don't assume you're in love because of a joke. They're just conditioned to misread your charisma as genuine interest because modern dating is a mess. Yet this funny girl leaves emotional chaos in her wake, laughing as guys pick up the pieces. And you're mocking men's emotional vulnerabilities as it's comedy? Guess what? Men are walking away from these games going their own way, or with passport in hand to countries where women respect effort and sincerity. This isn't a cinema. It's proof Western dating is a circus.
I'm getting divorced this year after 21 years with the same person, and that's a story for another time. But the idea of dating terrifies me. The amount of horror stories I have heard, whether it's on this app or from friends, how are you all doing it? And don't get me wrong, I am nowhere near ready to be dating, but I just am in this exploratory phase of trying to understand what it's like. I'm not on any apps. I'm not anywhere near it. But I'm trying to wrap my head around the idea of being able to trust strangers that you meet through an app or I don't even know, out somewhere. I have no words. How are you all doing it? I would love some tips and tricks or just general guidelines of how you're approaching it. It's all new to me, and you'll probably see a few videos from me about this because this is just like uncharted territory.
Right.
Welcome to the post-divorce dating market. And spoiler alert, it's a lot worse than you think. You're terrified because modern dating has no trust or accountability thanks to the social media and hookup culture. Apps amplify this disaster, but here's the kicker. You've probably contributed to it. And for 21 years, men have been gaslit by narratives like happy wife, happy life, and now post-divorce women flood the dating pool demanding trust they won't reciprocate. My advice? Stay off the apps. Men aren't here to clean up your emotional baggage. Maybe just reflect on how you got here instead of asking for tips and tricks. Well, guys, modern dating societal norms are a disaster for men. Feminism push independence, yet women are more insecure than ever. Courts strip fathers of their roles, resulting in women lost without their dads or angry at Zach from Hinge. Social media turn charm into manipulation and emotional games into a cinema. Men are exiting this clown show. Going their own way is rising. Passport movement is growing. The solution is, guys, focus on yourself. Build skills, embrace independence, and if you want a relationship, seek traditional women who value genuine connections over clout. And ladies, if you want trust and commitment, stop playing games and respect the men who offer it. Otherwise, you'll be wondering, like in, what was it, clip 4, where are all the good men, as they find happiness elsewhere. Well, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.